The night air was thick with fear as the people of Israel stood trapped between the sea and the sound of thunderous hooves. Behind them, Pharaoh's army was racing closer, chariots rattling, soldiers shouting, dust rising like a storm. Ahead of them stretched the Red Sea, dark and endless. There was nowhere to run. Panic spread through the crowd. Mothers clutched their children. Old men leaned on their staffs. Some cried out to Moses, "Why did you bring us here to die? We were better off as slaves than buried in the wilderness." Moses stood still, his heart pounding but his faith unshaken. He lifted his voice above the noise and said, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm and watch what the Lord will do. The God who rescued you will fight for you." That night, God moved. A powerful wind began to blow, steady, relentless, strong. The waters of the sea trembled, then slowly pulled apart. Before their eyes, the sea opened, forming towering walls of water on both sides. The ground beneath their feet became dry. At God's command, Moses stretched out his staff, and the people stepped forward in awe. They walked straight through the sea, surrounded by water like crystal walls. Fish darted in the depths beside them. The wind roared overhead. Yet the path remained firm, and every man, woman, and child crossed safely. When the Egyptians charged after them, their chariots raced into the same path. But confusion struck their ranks. Wheels twisted. Horses stumbled. Fear replaced confidence as they realized the Lord was fighting against them. Once the last Israelite reached the far shore, God spoke again. Moses raised his staff, and the walls of water collapsed. The sea rushed back into place, sweeping away the army that had enslaved them. Silence followed. Then joy erupted. The people looked at the shore they had left behind and understood what had happened. They were free, not by their strength, but by God's mighty hand. Songs of praise filled the air as they celebrated the Lord who had made a way where there was none. From that day on, they remembered, when the path seems impossible, God can still part the sea.